Is the Singapore property market about to crash, or is this the perfect time for you to buy your dream home? In July 2025, the government actually made a very massive move that will change the property market for both the buyers and the sellers. We are seeing million-dollar HDB and private property prices skyrocketing, but this change can actually put a break to all of this. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know what to do to protect your money and also what is the smart play. Just a quick update on the general economy. Our GDP grew by 4.4% in Q2 2025, and inflation rate actually increased by about 0.8%. MAS actually said that the prices will stay low, with inflation projected about 0.5% to 1.5% for this year, and prices won't change much. A growing economy is very good for Singapore's property market, right? Because this actually provides a steady job, clear loan costs, and a strong economy overall, which will protect the property prices. So coming into the HDB market first, more than 2,500 HDB has been sold in the month of July alone, and the sales volume were actually the highest in 11 months, up by about 13.6% from June. The prices went up a little bit by about 0.5%. And although the sales volume actually increased quite significantly, you can see that the price actually went up only a little bit. And this shows that the market is quite stable. About 6.6% of the homes transacted were over $1 million, so this accounts for about 169 HDB homes. So in July 2025, the $1 million HDB actually set a new high record. Generally in the market, right, a lot of people are talking about the $1 million HDB and how HDB resale pricing is crawling upwards quite significantly. But there is actually a huge pipeline of BTO and SPF that is being launched, and this will actually help to moderate the HDB prices. So what are the available options of HDB on the market that we can actually look at? HDB is reaching MOP and is the lowest number in 11 years. And when few homes are actually up for sale, right, prices often go up a little bit more. But the government is building many more new BTOs flat, and this can actually help to keep the housing costs lower. An example, right, is in July 2025, the government launched more than 5,500 new BTO. Another option for first-time home buyers, right, actually is also going the SPF route. We can take a look at the private property market. With more new launches that has been launched in July, a lot more new houses were sold in the month of July alone, and it's about 3 times of what was sold in June. And this big jump, right, actually shows that buyers have a lot of confidence in the market. And according to URA Property Price Index change over previous quarter, we can see that CCR prices grew by about 3%, the OCR grew by about 1.1%, but for the RCR, right, actually it decreased by about 1.1%. The private resale market is also quite stable. The private sales volume actually went up by about 2.3%, and this actually helps to provide a general price support for the private property market. One of the biggest change, right, in July 2025, right, is actually a change of SSD. So based on the old SSD rule, right, you can actually sell your house after the 3rd year mark and you will not be charged a seller's stamp duty. But starting from July 4th, 2025, the time period has actually been increased to 4 years. So from now on, right, if you do not want to pay the seller's stamp duty, you can only sell your house on the 4th year onwards. This actually makes it harder for people that are looking to flip property for a profit, because you will need to hold the property for a longer period of time. This will also make homes cheaper and fairer for people who want to live in them for a longer period of time. And I would say that this new rule is actually very good, as it shows that the government wants to stabilize the housing market. And we can actually look at the government land sales. In July, the tender bid for Holland Link actually drew the bid for 5 companies, and the highest offer was actually more than $360 million for that plot of land. And this shows that company still will be willing to fight for a good land plot. And the government actually added a lot more land into the reserve list, so the government actually have more flexibility to release the land when they feel that the market needs it. So actually, to summarize, right, many homes were sold in July 2025 alone, both for the public homes and also the private property. And although the sales volume actually went up, the housing price is actually growing slowly and is actually not too fast. So HDB resale price went up by about 0.5% and private property price went up by about 0.7% for this quarter, which is a healthy increase because property price will grow moderately. And the biggest change for July, right, is actually the changes to the seller's stamp duty. So from now on, right, more people will actually hold their property for more than 4 years. So what can the sellers, buyers and investors actually do with all this information? For sellers, right, you can actually set a good price to sell your property fast. In a normal market, a fair price will actually help to find buyers. For buyers, prices are not going up fast, and this is good actually for you. You can look at all types of homes, both new and old. And the strong economy, right, actually provide a steady price support because there is steady job and a good home loan deal. For investor, Aim for a growth over a longer period of time, not quick money. Plan for your investment for about 5 to 10 years if you are looking for a property investment. And also find good homes in popular locations so that they will keep their value and they will stay attractive. If you find this breakdown helpful, do hit the like button and subscribe for more exclusive market insight. I'll be releasing an August market analysis next month, so don't miss it. And for a personalized consultation for your property needs, you can actually call me and reach out to me directly on my phone number.